Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, I have gone to the dark side of my gay movie marathon and watching some of the more disturbing films, starting with Hate Crime. Hate Crime is a 2005 film. I got it on DVD not long after it came out, and I watched it once, never watched it again, and I forgot most of what happened. The only thing I really remembered was that the victim, Trey, was beaten with a baseball bat in a park. That's really the only part I remembered. Now, the film is about a wholesome gay couple living in the suburbs, and a pastor moves in next to them, a homophobic pastor, and it doesn't take him long before he informs them they're going to hell and vaguely threatens them. He has a homophobic friend, and they've gotten in trouble before with harassing gay people, and his father is a pastor as well, and he's homophobic. Um, and it's not long before when one of the boys, Trey, is walking their dog in the park, he gets attacked and beaten with a baseball bat. Now, I didn't remember the character dying. I thought he lived. So when I was watching the film and he started seizing in the hospital, I was like, it's okay, he just died, he doesn't die. And he died. I'm like, I didn't remember that. I really didn't remember what actually happened in the film. So that was kind of traumatic because I thought he wasn't going to die and he did. Um, Now, the main character, Rob, is played by Seth Peterson. And Lynn Shay also plays the other neighbour on the other side, who is friends of the gay couple, and she's very motherly. She sort of sees them as their sons. And also the mother of Trey, the victim, um, is sort of the other main character. So basically, it's not really a revenge film, but they want justice, and they're trying to, of course, get this guy charged because they believe that he has done the killing. Now, it's unclear in the film really if it was the pastor's son, his friend, or possibly the pastor. There's a few homophobic people that all are suspicious, all sort of suspicious. The main assumption is it's um, the pastor's son, and they do go after him. And the main character does do some stupid things which no real person would do. He punches him in his own church in front of people and gets himself in trouble and just makes it look worse because, of course, they're having trouble proving that it was him. Um, and then a detective comes on from homicide who is not very sympathetic to the gay couple. He basically accuses, much like Victoria Police did with the recent couple that were killed by the other police officer, that he killed his boyfriend was of course the assumption, and they couldn't believe a man of God would do it and so forth because he's a pastor and all that usual prejudice. But the main detective is a female detective, and she's working on the case, taking it seriously, and eventually they conspire. The mother and the widow, I guess, are about to get married, to kill the person that killed Trey. And it's a bit of a surprise who did it, and it's a bit of a surprise how they go about what they do and how the plan goes. I don't want to give everything away just in case you haven't seen this film, but it's a very satisfying ending. Um, the murderer does get a bullet in the head, and it's I don't want to say anything really wrong, but yeah, there's some justice in this film, and I enjoyed it. That's about it. I can't say much more without ruining too much of it, just in case anyone watching this hasn't seen it. But it's a really good film. The production values are good. It's not one of those little cheap gay films done on a budget with no sort of professionals. It's done quite well, and like I said, Lynn Shay is the neighbor, and she is very good at explaining to the boyfriend that he's not going to find justice from the police, and she's also involved, which at first I'm like, why isn't she involved? How is she not involved in this? And then she was, and it was just very cleverly done. I'm like, okay. But yeah, I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. It's a great film. I don't think it made any money. I'm not sure what sort of release it got. No, it It did get a release. It was a budget of only 500,000, which really it looks like a better film than that. It looks like a real Hollywood film. And it only made 40,000, so it must have got a very limited release, probably just so it could get awards or something. Or it's very disappointing. It is a good film. It's well done. It's suspenseful. It's surprising. It's almost thrilling because towards the end, when you realize what's happening, it plays out really well. But I'd like to say more, but I don't want to give it away just in case someone watching this hasn't seen it. And if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's really good. And I'm glad I saw it again. And hopefully I'll put off watching it again so long I forget what happens and get to watch it like new again. So it doesn't happen very often with films. Maybe every 10 or 15 years. But I'm going to go.